The truth is that your friends may let you down, okay? The truth is that the love of your life may let you down, may abandon you. The truth is that children may disappoint you. That's life. That is life. And all of that is okay, as long as you don't let you down. As long as you don't disappoint you. As long as you don't abandon who you are. As long as you don't betray who you are. The truth is that a lot of people are unhappy because they have systematically and consistently betrayed who they are for the wants, needs, pleasures, and whims of other people. The truth is that you were who you are, and you had your goals, your dreams, and your ambitions long before you met your friends, long before you met your spouse, long before you had your children. And if you betray your deepest wants, your deepest desires, your deepest aspirations, that is a recipe for an unhappy, discontent, malcontent life. The only person that is guaranteed to be with you your entire life is you. That's not to say you should live a selfish, self-centered life. But in order for you to make everyone happy, you have to be happy. You have to show people what happiness looks like. You have to make people understand. You have to teach your children how to live their life. Okay? I tell you all these glowing things about my parents, right? But I also had some very frank conversations with my parents about the fact that they were living their lives, and they encouraged me to build a life that I am happy with, because sooner rather than later, I'm going to have to live mine. That's where that conversation came from. My dad and said, the only person that's guaranteed to be with you your entire life is you. So make sure that you're happy with what you're doing. Okay? The reason why most people are not happy is because, once again, they have systematically and routinely betrayed themselves for other people. You see it all the time. People get in relationships and they totally lose who they are. They no longer do what they want to do. They do what their other person wants to do because they want to be accepted so bad. And then that's what causes a lot of their bitterness when relationships end. But at the end of the day, nobody forced you to do that. You know, we see it all the time. We see parents trying to force their kids to do something, force their kids to be people that they're not. And we create a generation of people who are living lives to please other people, never really living their true life, never really getting to who they really are. Okay? Why? Because you want to be accepted so bad. So you're accepted by a whole bunch of people, but you can't accept yourself because you know, once again, remember we talked about that the other day, you are now living a compromise, and your soul cannot invest itself in that. Your spirit cannot invest itself in less than what it really wants to be, in something other than what it really wants to be. You're there, you know, everybody tells you you should be happy, but in essence you really aren't, because that's not what you really wanted. You know, once again, I tell you, it's like going to a restaurant. You know, you had your mind set on the steak dish, and everybody comes and says, "Hey, you know what? This fish is really good. All right, the fish is fantastic. You're gonna have the fish. It's the best meal in here. This is what everybody else is getting." And so you put a smile on your face. Well, I guess we're having fish. But imagine that every day of your life, and all you wanted was your steak. But everybody's telling you how you should love the fish, how you should be happy that you have it. And all of a sudden, now you've betrayed yourself to the point that you totally forgot that you wanted steak to start with. and you start promoting fish, don't think for 1 second that your soul forgot. Don't think for 1 second that your conscience doesn't remember what you really wanted. And that's why it can never, never be happy. That's why you can't be happy. Before all those things came along, who did you really want to be? What did you really want to do with your life? What were your aspirations? Because if you're not following that, then my friend, that's the ultimate sin. You have betrayed yourself. You have abandoned yourself. You have let yourself down. And so you have no right to want to be happy, because your happiness is being controlled by you. You have robbed yourself of your happiness. You want to get your happiness back? Start living your life. Start letting people live theirs. Once again, friends letting you down, that's what people do. People let other people down. They're not really letting you down. They're just living their life. You got to let them do what they got to do. The love of your life, the person that you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with, the person that you put everything into, they leave you. Guess what? They're living their life. Let them do what they got to do. Don't take it personal. It's not about you. It's about them. Your children disappoint you because they're not doing what you want them to do. They got a life. Let them live their life. Let them live their life. All you can do is set a good example. All you can do is give them guidance. All you can do is show them how to live a better life. You can't make them. Okay? You can't make them. Let them live their life. And you start living yours. You'll find how much happier and easier your life becomes the moment you start living your life and letting people live theirs. I had to learn that myself. Because sometimes, in my opinion, I saw people cruising for a bruising. And you know what? In a lot of instances, I was right. But you know what? I bruised and bent a lot of relationships trying to save people. Can't do it. Can't do it. I got myself wrapped up and upset about people disappointing me. I'm not upset anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm always overjoyed now when people leave, because you know what? It's like this. I coined a phrase. Let their coming build your gratitude, and their leaving build your strength. Some people left me at the most dire times. Some people left me in the middle of a battle. Okay? And now on the other side of the battle, I realized that's actually what I needed, because it made me stronger. It made me better. It made me understand. Once I realized the people I thought that I needed the most showed me I didn't need anybody. All I needed was myself. And at day's end, that's all you really have, is you have you. So be grateful if you have people around. But at the same time, let them do what they have to do. If they want to leave, let them leave. If they want to live their life differently, if it doesn't mesh with yours, be happy to let them live their life and you live yours. The only person that you're obligated to is you. But make sure you're living up to your obligation to yourself. Because if you're not, that's why you're unhappy. Every day that you live in a situation that you don't want is like voluntarily being in prison. Okay? Make time for the people that make time for you. Love the people that love you. The people that want to leave, let them leave. Encourage people to be happy. Encourage people to be who they are. Be happy when people show you who they are. Be happy when people show you who they are. You'll get over it. Trust me. The moment you realize it's not about you, it's about them. You know, people always ask me about books that I read. You know, one book that is very pivotal, I think, in anyone's life you should read is The 4 Agreements. Because when you read that book, you will understand a lot about life. You will stop taking things so personal. That's number one. And you'll start living your life. Because you're going to understand that eventually people are going to live theirs. And it is unfair of you to not expect them to live their life. Live your life. Follow your dreams. Follow your path. Fulfill who it is that you were before all these people came along and tried to dictate to you what your life should be. Keep the pieces in your life that fit. Have the courage to let the pieces go that don't. You will attract people who are meant for you when you are being you. But when you are inconsistent to your soul, you will always have turmoil. Get into harmony with yourself. Get into congruence with who you really are. Live your life. You know, let people live theirs. You know, let them do what they got to do, man. That's the key to happiness.